Welcome back to another episode here of Outlaws franchise on NBA 2K24. In this video, I think I want to play the Utah Jazz, a team that is in our conference and is a team that I think, personally, looking at their roster here, they've got Chris Dunn, Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, John Collins, Walker Kessler, Jordan Clarkson off the bench. They've got Keontae George, THT, and, as Flight Reacts would say, the rest are nobodies. We're going to sim ahead to this matchup here. We lose to the Blazers as we're getting offered a swap for Duncan Robinson and David Roddy. Again, no reason why the Heat would do that. We drop a game to the Nets. We don't want this trade here. This is a bad trade for both teams, honestly. DeLon Wright is one of our best players, if not our best and most consistent player, and the Nets, I don't really think, need a guard, so we're going to decline that. To recap the stretch since December 1st, we lost to the Blazers, the Nets, beat the Suns and Bulls, and then lost to the Thunder and 76ers. Still around a 500 team, but this is kind of what I'm expecting of us. And now we go and look ahead at this game with the Jazz. I hate their uniforms, personally, and I am going to give them these nice little city jerseys as a throwback, and we're going to hop into this one. And here we are at Delta Center in Salt Lake City. This is also locationally a very similar area, and I think these could be our rivals in the future if both of these teams rebuild well, as John Collins absolutely swats that shot away, as Killian Hayes just misses the jumper, but Kenrich on the glass. Nice play. Guarded by Marshall, dump inside to Collins, guarded by Williams, and he gets the two. Not a lot of movement right now from Utah as Dunn drives inside, steps sideways, and shoots the shot and makes it. Marshall pump fakes, drives by, and gets fouled. I like this Jazz team a lot in real life. I think their coach is obviously a young and up-and-comer. He kind of reminds me of Brad Stevens when he first started coaching the Celtics. I'm really intrigued to see how the Jazz continue this rebuild, and Danny Ainge loves his picks, and it really does kind of feel like that young Celtics team. Right now, we're sitting at 18 in the power rankings, which is interesting. It feels pretty fitting for us. We are going to probably look to trade people at the deadline, which is probably going to be the next video, although I'm not quite sure how we're going to handle it, as Marshall goes inside and gets a dunk in transition. Nice play. I'm not going to sell guys like Hayes or Watford unless the return is just something you can't turn down. But there's definitely veterans on this team that, might want to go somewhere and have a shot to win, and I'm not going to blame them for that. So we're going to do what's best for the basketball team. If we feel like what that is trading somebody away, then that's what we're going to do. Najee Marshall, with the fans booing him, sticks the first free throw. And he gets the second as well. Quietly here, the Outlaws actually just got the lead, which may or may not stay that way, but I guess that's what we're going to have to wait and see as Markkanen drives in, takes the lead right back. Marshall gets right by him and lays it up and in. Nice back cut by Najee Marshall. Right now, the strategy of this team is to make sure that we're competitive. I don't want to get blown out like we did on opening night versus the Pelicans, as Killian gets a nice drive inside on the break. I don't care if we're the first seed. We're not winning a playoff series against anybody. We're just not. We have to think about the future. This is our first year as an expansion franchise as we give up a wide-open layup to Walker Kessler inside. Marshall here, trying to get something going, gets the screen from Yurtseven, pops out for the midi. He was open, but he cannot get it to go. Colin Sexton pushing the pace, swings it to Collins inside. Layup is good. Now the Jazz are up 4. They get Williams open, but he cannot capitalize on the 3. Definitely a part of the game where we need to start answering, or this is going to get out of hand quick. Kessler guarded inside by Wright. That's a mismatch, and he takes advantage. Now that Watford and Roddy and Javonte Green have all checked into the game. I feel like we can play a little bit differently here as we throw up the lob to Watford. The Wright and Watford screen two-man game continues as Watford goes up with a nice layup. Pumps, gets the screen, throws it up, and Watford destroys him on this. Bam! Oh, man. Look at that replay. Walker Kessler, you have been sunned, baptized, posterized. Right now, out in transition, drives and gets a 2. George, 5 to go, screen set by Kessler. George drives, pulls up, gets the 2. The goal is to compete, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far. As Hayes drives inside, goes lefty layup and gets 2. Utah is currently a game behind us in the standings. That's why I like this matchup. I felt like at this point this was pretty even in terms of seeding. Throws it up, and Roddy, nice little layup. Roddy, pull up 3. That was impulsive. I should not have done that. 14 seconds, Wright clapping for the ball. Gets the screen from Roddy. And they're going to leave Javonte Green. Interesting strategy, although in that part it pays off. Horton for 3. Oh, I thought he made it. Heading into the second quarter with a 4-point lead is definitely something that we'll take. DeLon Wright somehow is on fire, so we're going to try and get him the ball as he gets the screen from Yurtseven. I don't consider Lauri Markkanen to be a great defender, so we're going to throw that up and let Yurtseven go get it. I don't know if I mean Markkanen's not a good defender, but he's definitely not a guy you want to play at center, is what I should emphasize there. Clarkson for 3. Drills it. Competitive games so far, both teams. Now that we're reset here, Boucher screens him up. All alone, like I said, that's the efficient shot. We're going to put that up if there's nobody to box out every time. You guarantee almost 2 different shots at it. So Markkanen pulls up, gets the midi. DHT secures the rebound. Nobody wants to guard Keontae George, who sticks a 3. With Watford back into the game, you know what we're doing. We're running that pick and roll. And he goes and gets it again. Wow, Trendon Watford, just skies for these alley-oops. Wow, tough bucket by Chris Dunn. Great defense by DeLon Wright, but just not enough there. Watford sets the screen for Hayes. Hayes finds him inside, and Watford dunks it. And Hayes comes out of the pack with the ball. And then he finds Watford for another slam on the break. Now the Outlaws are out and running, and John Collins ends DeLon Wright's life. Gets to Boucher. Boucher doesn't like what he sees, and Wright can't control the pass, and Dunn gets a wide-open layup. Swings it to Markkanen. Hayes inside, posting up. Wright, screen set by Watford. Watford inside. Misses the layup. Oh, thought that one for sure was good. Wright again with Watford. Got him in the pick and roll. Throws it up. And Watford with the reverse. Utah driving. And Sexton gets 2. Dumps inside for Kessler, who slams it. 5-point game. Kick to Hayes. Hayes back to Wright for 3. Bang! Passes to Clarkson, guarded by Hayes. Pulls up for a midi and gets it. Clarkson now guarded by Roddy. Way too much space. Clarkson pulls up and extends the lead to 5. Trying the pick and pop with Williams. It works for the moment. Wright gets a wide open layup. He now has 9 points and 9 assists so far in the game. Collins sets the screen. Clarkson another 3. Can't get it to go. Screen by Williams. Hayes can't get it to go, but he's fouled. The first one for Hayes. Oh, he misses. It rims out. Hayes' second free throw is good with a way worse release. Gotta love 2K. The Jazz now with a 2-point lead. Ball in number 2's hands. Passes to Markkanen. Hands it off to Collins. Collins passes to Kessler. guarded by Yurtseven, passes to Sexton, who gets open for three and drills it. Hayes, around the Williams screen, drives inside, finds the open man, Javonte Green, for three. Markkanen, posting up on Roddy, goes up, gets two. Vegas can really get a good shot, and then you've got the 2-for-1. Hayes, patient inside, gets a layup. Now it's a 2-point game. 2-for-1 executed perfectly. Horton around the Kessler screen inside and gets two of his own. Hayes, screen from Williams. Clock ticking. They find Green. Open for three. Roddy, gotta put up something. And it's off. Right now, looking at us, Trendon Watford again having a game where he has more points than he has minutes played. Killian's not having a horrible game. He's obviously filling up the stat sheet as per usual. DeLon, obviously 9 assists, only 1 turnover. Love that. Overall, not a horrible start to the game. As for Utah, Sexton is balling with 12 points on efficient shooting. Markkanen has 10 with more efficient shooting. Kessler, 3 shots, 3 makes, 6 points. Clarkson, we've contained to a degree. I really do admire how Utah plays. All right, and we are back after halftime. The Jazz up 4. We're going to see how they play this. Dunn inside, cuts, gets 2. High ball screen here set by Williams for Najee Marshall. They're leaving Killian in the corner for 3 wide open. He can't make it, even though that was a perfect release. Killian attacks off the Williams screen, gets him an open shot, and he can't get it to go. Some great releases, but overall just not getting anything as Utah's out and extends their lead to 10. Sexton inside gets the layup. Yurtseven now setting the screen for Hayes. Inside, guarded by Marshall. He posts him up and gets 2. And Marshall misses both free throws. Perfect. Markkanen posting up back on Marshall. Absolutely dominant. Yurtseven has the ball smacked away, and I don't even know. Looked like Yurtseven got blocked by the rim. Wright hits both his free throws. Now Clarkson with the ball, trying to put the work on Hayes. Inside, Markkanen, guarded by Marshall. Too easy. Lauri Markkanen with some low post work. I don't know how he only has 16. Feels like he's got 50. Swings it to Marshall, who needs some revenge. Shoots the shoots the fader, Screened by Yurtseven. He throws it up. Yurtseven with the dunk. Jazz still with a 10-point lead here. Clarkson dribbling inside for Collins. Boucher defending. Gets the stop. Collins to Markkanen for 3. Bang. Lauri Markkanen with 19 is absolutely cooking right now. Takes the screen, throws it up for Boucher. What a play. Jazz now up by 11. Sexton with the ball. Passes to Clarkson. Clarkson inside for Collins. And Boucher was playing atrocious defense. It looked like Boucher was trying to post up Collins, but that's not the side of the ball that we're on. Boucher, now given the opportunity to redeem himself, does, and throws down another lob. Green, lost in the sauce, leaves Clarkson open for 3. Right, screen from Roddy. Roddy gets the layup inside. Jazz, still up 12 here. Sexton handling the ball, drives on Hayes. Shoots, can't get it to go. And they leave DeLon Wright open for 3. Bang! 14 points and 11 assists for DeLon Wright. You can't leave that man wide open. Jazz still have an 8-point lead. And Watford makes it 6. Hayes guarding Sexton. Sexton going to work. Drives on Hayes. Puts up the shot and makes it. Gets it inside to Watford. Goes up over Hendricks and gets the layup. Kicks it to Green. They leave him open. Green! Like that. It is now a 3-point game. Clock ticking down. Clarkson for 3. Answers. Well, that took the air out of this one. As Green fades from half court. Can't get it to go. Huge three by Jordan Clarkson to end the quarter as he puts his Jazz up 6. Always love when the assist of the game is just a basic pass. And probably pump faked too many times, but it's okay because Boucher's got the rebound and the dunk. Jazz leads now, cut to 4. Clarkson trying to respond, goes inside at Roddy and gets a layup. Javonte Green now looking for a screen from Williams. Takes it, goes inside, and Javonte Green stuffed at the rim. Horton Tucker corrals the rebound, goes up the court, and makes the mid-range. Gets the ball inside to Roddy, who finishes. Nice layup. Now back down to a 6-point game. Well, that was too easy. Lauri Markkanen reminding us again. Boucher with the slam. Back to a 6-point game. Jazz looking to push, go inside, and 1. Can't allow that. Green, screen by Boucher, gets around the screen, puts up the 3, won't go by Wright, fouls the jump shooter. That is the one rule of defense. You can't do that. George clears, gives it to Clarkson, pulls up. Vegas needs answers, and they need them fast. Finds Green open, can't get it to go. Clearly, one of the biggest struggles of this team is fourth quarter scoring. Can't tell if it's just because they're too tired or what's going on, but consistently having issues scoring once we get into this final quarter of play. And, that's not going to be able to win basketball games like that. So they call ISO, top of the key. Marshall bullies his way inside. Much needed bucket, cuts the lead back down to 12, and if Vegas is going to make a run, they need to make it now. Oh, Marshall, open, 3-ball, bang, foot's on the line. It's a 2, but the lead is down to 10. Gives it to Clarkson. Clarkson drives on Marshall. They call that a shooting foul on DeLon? No way. No way. No way. So this is the play. DeLon doesn't even touch him. If there's a foul, it cannot be in the shot. And they're taking our timeout. That's ridiculous. Call cannot stand in that scenario. Well, ball don't lie, baby. Gets Williams open. Bang! Kenrich Williams with his first 3 of the game. Markkanen for 3. Bang. Well, that's an easy one. Probably the easiest shot we're going to get all season. Walk-in layup for DeLon Wright. Jazz played amazing defense on those 2 possessions, and now Clarkson looks like he's going to walk in and get a layup. Gives it into Markkanen, guarded by Marshall. This is dominant all game, and it doesn't stop now. Lauri Markkanen, certified bucket. Screen top of the key. Goes inside, and 1. Huge shot. Gets done his 5th foul, and we're going to the line to make this a 10-point game. DeLon Wright, a much-needed bucket there, and he gets the free throw. Dunn has the ball. He drives inside. Stolen by Williams. Humongous defensive play there. Marshall for 3. Doesn't go. Needed that. Absolutely needed it. Kenrich Williams. Fouls done on the play. They're going to the line, and the Jazz are in the bonus now. He makes the first, and he makes the second. Vegas needs a bucket, and they need one quickly. Throw it up, and Yurtseven taps it in. What a play by Omer Yurtseven. They give it to Collins. Back to Markkanen. We know that Marshall can't stop him inside, and he still can't get a stop. Lauri Markkanen is taking over. Done. Inside to Markkanen. Guarded by Hayes. You can't stop him. Lauri Markkanen has officially taken this game over, and he might have just hit the dagger. Utah might have pulled away. It's a 13-point game. Sexton drives inside and is fouled. Utah potentially making it a 15-point game now, and they get it. Williams sets the screen for Hayes. Williams gets free. 3, bang! You don't want to foul here, but you don't want to let them take all the time in the world off the clock. Dunn, guarded by Wright. Inside, Markkanen. Marshall guarding him. Back out to Collins, back into Markkanen. Markkanen with 5, 4, 3. He posts up and slams it. Lauri Markkanen with 32 points cannot be stopped. And this game is over. Hayes sneaks inside and gets a layup, but it's all too little too late. Down 12 with 1:25 to go. Markkanen, and he cannot be stopped. Right? Puts it up, and that's it. That's your ball game. 101-115. Lauri Markkanen just absolutely took over. Player of the game is Lauri Markkanen, to nobody's surprise. Just absolutely dominant. His box score is 34 points on 19 shots, 15 of 19 shooting, only 2 free throws. Lauri Markkanen balled out. Jordan Clarkson had a great game, as did Colin Sexton, and so did Chris Dunn. Their role players really just did the gritty stuff. A lot of assists from George Kessler, good rebounding, a lot of blocks by those two. As for our side of it, DeLon Wright has a good statistical game, although pretty inefficient scoring. Watford, again, our best player, 18 points in 17 minutes. We need to get him the ball ASAP. Killian also with 4 for 13 shooting, but near triple-double, decent numbers for him. And Javonte Green is just slumping outside of his couple of threes. Looking at the team comparison, another poor shooting game from 3. We allowed a pretty decent shooting game by them. Field goals, they just were unconscious. They also actually got to the line. A lot of good fast break points. They didn't get the second chance points that we did. We do always move the ball. 33 assists with 101 points. I mean, that's some ball movement there. A lot of alley-oops. We had 24 offensive rebounds, and we lost by 14. That's not what you want. 9 turnovers was pretty tame for our standards. They got 12 points off of turnovers and only had 4 of their own. Overall, definitely a forgettable game by us, and I think we're just going to move on from here. We're going to sim ahead here to January 1st. Maxi Kleber for Watford. No thanks. Wow, this is an inconsistent team. Now, the Hawks are trying to trade Mohamed Gay for Boban Marjanovic, and I don't care, so we're going to let that go through. They want David Roddy and Patty Mills. No, Timberwolves don't get that trade at all. Right now, looking at it, we're probably going to play the Sonics again. I'll make that decision in the next video. If you actually stuck around, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.